I have around 300, almost 400 hours in Counter-Strike 2, and recently I've been trying to focus on improving my aim. I've been practicing in workshop maps and playing death matches to try to perfect that, and I've been seeing a good bit of improvement. So today I want to talk about some of the things that I thought helped my aim, and hopefully it can help other new Counter-Strike players aim as well. Obviously, your first task is going to be to figure out your sensitivity. What sense should you use? I base my choice off of preferences and what pro players use. So playing games, I like to move fast but also make small adjustments, so usually a medium sense works for me. I also checked what pro players used and saw that pros use roughly an 800 EDPI. EDPI is just your in-game sensitivity times your mouse DPI. With this knowledge, I chose a 1.00 sensitivity as I use an 800 DPI on my mouse, giving me an EDPI of 800. I've been using this sensitivity since I started playing, and it suits me very well. I would advise you guys to take a similar strategy to me, and please do not constantly switch your sensitivity. Now we can actually talk about playing the game. Crosshair placement. What is crosshair placement? Crosshair placement is pretty much where you hold your crosshair when moving around the map and peeking around corners. A lot of new players rest their crosshair very high or very low and look at the ground. This is bad crosshair placement. You should always make sure your crosshair is resting where an enemy might be, so holding your crosshair at head or body height or presetting your crosshair before you peek corners are all good examples of good crosshair placement. Make sure you focus on keeping your crosshair at an optimal spot so you are always ready for a fight in Counter-Strike. Crosshair placement also makes utility lineups a lot faster to be able to do and obviously a lot easier to set up. There's also plenty of workshop maps that you can use. Some of these maps include aim trainers, pre-fire maps, practice with bots, and even utility maps. The first map we're going to be looking at is an aim training map called 5E Aim Hub. All you have to do is look up 5E Aim Hub on the workshop and you will find it. When you load in, you will see this where you can pick your weapons. And then over here, we actually have the aim training drills. All you do is shoot them to go to them. But over here, we also have a little crosshair creator as well as every pro player's crosshair. So if you want to use crosshairs that other pros use, all you have to do is shoot one of them and then it'll be that crosshair. There's also this little warm-up section where you can practice strafing and shooting bots. Just make sure you're not just standing still and shooting headshots. That really does nothing for your aim. The first drill on this map is recoil training. Here is where you can learn your spray patterns and test your recoil control. As you can see, the green number up top shows you how many bullets you hit inside the red circle, and then the red number is obviously how many you miss. This is going to help you guys a ton with learning how to spray. I used to do this basically every time I got on the game when I first started playing. Now my sprays feel a little bit better, so I don't always train my spray patterns. But as you can see, you can even get it to show up the spray pattern. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know how I did that. But yeah, you guys can use a bunch of different weapons if you want and just test out your spray patterns, get them down, and learn how to control your recoil with every single gun in Counter-Strike. The next drill is gonna be peak training. All you do here is hit the start button and these arrows will tell you where to peek, whether it's high, low, right, or left. So all you do is sit on that little concrete slab and then peek, and it'll show you your reaction time, how fast you killed the enemy. And this is great for improving your reaction time, obviously, but also your crosshair placement, having your crosshair at a good spot so you get a quick kill. The next drill is your reaction test. So you are going to shoot this screen, and once it turns green, you are going to shoot it and you will see your reaction time there. And once you go ahead and do 10 of them, you will see your 10 out of 10 score and your average reaction time. The next drill is the most basic aim trainer. I'm sure all of you guys have seen this before. Shoot the circles or shoot the squares, shoot the blocks. Everybody has done this before. I wouldn't spend a ton of time on these because this doesn't help a ton with your aim, but I guess it does help your flicks. And the last drill in this map is the hold training drill. I normally do this drill with a sniper. You literally just sit here and hold the angle, wait for the bots to walk past you, and then kill them as they appear. You can do this with any gun. I normally do it with a sniper just because I hold angles with a sniper a good bit. I like to use the AWP.
but this helps a lot with holding angles and just being prepared, getting your reaction time down, being ready for somebody to wrap a corner when you're holding it. The final thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is going to be pre-fire maps. This is something I do basically every time I warm up on Counter-Strike. Pre-fire maps help you a ton with predicting where people are going to be and getting better with aim. So let's talk about pre-fire maps.
You can find them by searching up pre-fire in the workshop, and I like to use these maps here by Limitless, but you can also use the 5E pre-fire maps and probably a bunch of other of these pre-fire maps as well. Anyway, press the check mark to subscribe to the maps and you will see them pop up here in your workshop. Once you load into the map, you will see a sign where you can choose your difficulty. Medium difficulty is where the bots shoot kind of fast back at you, but not really that fast. And expert difficulty is where they shoot pretty quickly back at you and you don't even have to shoot at them for them to shoot at you. But I normally always run medium difficulty, and I try to obviously have good crosshair placement and hold my crosshair at the head angle or at the head range and peek where bots are normally at. This will help you guys get a lot better with predicting where people are at and obviously pre-firing people. You can also work on your taps and your sprays with multiple guns. Obviously the one-shot guns are what you want to practice your taps with, but you can use the Deagle, the AWP, the M4, the other M4, and the AK. But yeah, these pre-fire maps are super helpful for learning common spots where people often sit at, and obviously it helps improve your crosshair placement if you want to do that, and also your aim in general because you're getting better, you're shooting targets. Alright, so at this point you should have some ideas on how to improve your aim in Counter-Strike 2. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer them, and I wish you good luck on getting better aim. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe down below, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.